Welcome in, and I'm like Stacy. Today, thanks to Pantasy, we are turning back the hands of time and kicking it old school with the Retro Boombox. And here are the specs. This nostalgic set has the classic iconic design and features a functional cassette compartment, adjustable radio dial, and antenna. Any offers or promotions Pantasy sent our way will be in the description of this video. Whether it's Queen, Fleetwood Mac, AC/DC, or one of my favorites, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, I can hear our parents telling us to turn it down when it's really time to crank it up. So first of all, I love that there are so many metallic looking bricks to make it look so authentic. We've got a wheel here just as a decoration, and then these are our speakers, which is fantastic. There's some Technic pieces around the edge. Then we have our actual tape deck. So we do have a counter with printed pieces at the bottom. We have a printed piece here for our play, and then we have some red and black around here. I can show you what it does. The buttons on top are actually just fake ones, these three. However, the last one, if you push down on it, it will eject the tape for you. There's a little elastic in the back that allows it to be able to go in and out with ease. There is a separate cassette, little build with this. Now, it's a cute little build, but I was a little bit disappointed because I remember this from the cassette player, and it was so realistic that I can't believe that they didn't use this. My only thought is because this boombox is not to scale, so they wanted a smaller tape. But I think it would have been worth it to use this in it. You saw me take the tape out, and going in is also just as easy. Really nice. You can see how the button pops back up when you close it up. Then we have the same style speaker over here on the other side, and that same chrome piece. It's actually a wheel for a car, so good use for decoration. So there's a nice little ledge here that is all metallic as well. And then we come up to the top level here where we have, looks like some smaller speakers, some tweeters. And then we have our tuning panel, which is really nice, and it actually does work with this button, so that you can move it around back and forth to change dial. It only goes so far, and if you try to turn it too far, it will keep spinning a little bit, but then you'll have to overcorrect it. But it's a really good little build. My only thing with that one is we've seen in the retro radio that we could have a backlight on our tuning panel. So that would have been nice to see in this as well. And then we have our buttons on the top. So this is our tuning. We do have printed pieces as well. These buttons just basically glide back and forth. They don't click or anything like that. They're just on a pin in a round piece. So we've got band select, we've got mode, then we have our function, our tape select, then we have our equalizer here. So we have our balance, and this actually does turn any way you want it to. Our volume turns any way you want it to as well. And then of course our on and off switch. Give you a bit of a side view. We do have some black pieces there that kind of looks like maybe air vents, and the side of the handle. So pretty sturdy handle that you can actually lift the set up with it, but I wouldn't depend on it. It's still bricks, and it's kind of loose. It doesn't really seem to want to stay up too well. On the back, it does look a little bit plain, but we do have a printed piece for our manufacturer's label, and we have a couple of interactive pieces here. So we have a printed piece that says open, and this does actually open like the back of a battery box, which is really cool. And then we have some batteries inside, so those are individual builds, and they actually come out. So that's kind of neat. They're a gold color. Now in here, as you can see, the battery box there where we put the batteries in is hollow area. So you have to be careful when building right above this that you don't put too much pressure because you don't want that to collapse. We have some pieces here for air vents, and then we also have our antenna, which is kind of cool. So there's a little clip here, so you can clip it down, and then it's on this piece here. You just click it up. It doesn't go up or down, but it looks like it would with the pieces used. And then on this side, we have some inputs. So we have silver and black rings to give it the great detail. You can also take a look at the back of this handle as well. And I'll show you lifting it by the handle. So you can lift it. You do see that the handle does bow a little bit, but it is pretty sturdy. Look at that. Couple of things with these instructions, other than a beautiful picture on the front. This part here, step 158, this is a whole piece that you're going to build separately and then place it on the boombox. This is where it's above the battery box, and you want to be careful that you're just gentle when you're pushing it down, not too much force. And then there's also this 2x10 on the top, which would be under the control panel, the tuning panel here. It didn't seem to want to grip great because there's not much underneath it, but once you get everything else built on top, it's not a problem. I have the boombox lined up with some other Pantasy Retro sets. The cassette player on the left and the radio and DJ player are on the right. I hope this gives you a good idea of the size. A boombox was definitely a staple of my teenage years, and I feel like everyone either had one or you knew someone that had one. The excitement for this was real, and I love the true-to-life operating details. Very realistic. Having said that, there were some misses I mentioned earlier already. The size of the cassette tape, and a backlight for the tuning panel. And while on this topic, why not use a Bluetooth speaker like the one in the DJ player? Listen. Power on. Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth mode. So it is connected. I understand all of these features would have added to the cost, but these are just things I've seen Pantasy do already in other sets. So I feel like this would have been a terrific opportunity to bring them all together in one set. Overall, I really did enjoy this build and the nostalgia, and this is going to be a great display piece on my retro shelf. How do you feel about this one? Did you have a boombox like this? Thanks so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out, and until next time, keep clicking those bricks.